Town Manager Tom Lynch is taking on housing issues in Barnstable. A new playground is open in Hyannis, and we have details about which committees are meeting tonight. These stories on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Monday, June 15th, 2015. I'm Sarah Mantle. Town Manager Tom Lynch hopes to tackle housing issues in town. Lynch says he is meeting with the Barnstable Housing Committee tomorrow.
Times has coincidentally just started a program on the Cape housing gap that's going on, highlighting so far Provincetown and Nantucket. But you know, I'm going to be looking at and talking with them about ways they can be advocates for various housing programs and projects, the use of the Community Preservation Committee housing funds, suggestions on ways that they may be there to you know, increase housing opportunities for Cape workers. I'm going to look at and discuss a little bit of the coordination of Barnstable housing agencies, ways that the members may be able to assist with dealing with the Barnstable Housing Authority, Habitat, and others that are out there producing or running programs. And then also I think there's a role that they can play working with other regional entities like the Cape Cod Commission. When the Cape Cod Commission was created, housing was built right into that. It's one position they have to put in place. I think there are ways the committee could work with them. And also other Cape towns. It's always been a belief of mine that the stronger the other Cape towns are at providing elderly housing, special needs housing, and housing for special populations, as well as workforce and even housing for homeless individuals, the more we can spread that out through the other 14 communities on the Cape will lessen the burden that we have right here in Hyannis and in Barnstable.
The Barnstable Housing Committee meets tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the Selectmen's Conference Room. A playground can bring a community together, and that's just what the new Veterans Beach Park is already accomplishing. Residents and town leaders gathered Friday to celebrate the park's grand opening. Town Manager Tom Lynch says the renovations were needed.
Well, you know, it's always been the Veterans Park and Beach has always been a place for families to come enjoy the picnicking, and we had an older playground here that really outused its usefulness, and this is a great children's beach. So when we had the opportunity from the Commonwealth, the Department of Energy and Environmental Affairs, to get in our Common Backyards grant, they funded the whole thing. So we jumped on that. The town council approved it, and we thanked them for that. And then, you know, we began the construction, and whether it was DPW or Nancy White, who, you know, licensed the whole programming, or all of the staff that worked on this, the Greater Hyannis Civic Association that helped with the design, the Barnstable Disability Commission. There were so many people to thank that make something work. But, you know, while we formally thanked everyone today, all you have to do is just watch the kids playing on all of the apparatus and know that this was the right thing to do in the right place, and it's going to be used by many for years to come.
You know, this area has always seen the buses for the inner city kids that come down here to spend, you know, their weekends here. Families, so it's so interracial down here. It's completely awesome. And on top of all of that, we have a really perfect area for people with disabilities here. So this has been like kind of a pet project of mine for a long time, and I was so happy to see, I mean, literally everybody jumped on board the minute the grant became available. Everybody jumped on board and wanted it to happen for this little playground, which was just, I mean, there was like one swing or something here before. It was brutal. So this grant really makes it, you know, it's another kind of key piece to our little precinct 13 to make it beautiful and thriving and safer and all those things, and more family friendly. Since this park has been in, we come almost every weekend. We come ride bikes over here to play on the playground, and there's never ever anything empty. There's always a family working one of the apparatuses. It's really awesome. So it's a really nice addition. We're really thrilled.
Gives the entire family a place to go where everybody can have a great time, whether it be on the beach or playing on the beautiful new playground, being in the park and being able to run from one to the other and know that your kids are safe. And those changes that have been made really make it safe down here.
Speaking of changes, one of the things you did was you took out a pass-through road where cars used to park, and it made it really dangerous because kids would dart through. Why was that so important for you to include that into the project?
That was like one of the #1 priorities for this whole site. Even before the playground was coming in, we discussed this with the Recreation Commission, and a big discussion about getting rid of this completely because it was just so scary. I mean, we'd sit in the bathhouse and watch kids, and nobody was speeding or anything, but they were coming a little too fast.
Renovations to the park included making sure it was accessible to individuals with disabilities. Nancy White, owner of Playground Inspections of New England, says getting to see the playground in use was a gift.
This was a tough job because it had to split years and you had to straddle the years, and it was very time sensitive and weather sensitive. So you do what you have to do when you have to do it, and it's not just trying to do things right, but doing the right thing, and it made a difference. I met a gentleman earlier. His child does not have a disability. He does, and he got to do something today that he probably has never done. He was able to push his child in a swing instead of a child being in the swing and the parent. So just having the opportunity to get to a site, it's easy to say something's handicap accessible if you can get to it. Well, here you can park, get to it, and then do things, and that's what the true meaning is of handicap accessibility. So it'll be me with the cane, and kids coming out here. So that was the most heartwarming thing to see.
Town Councilor Jen Cullum's son Dante was on hand to help cut the ribbon to declare the park officially open. For him and other kids in attendance, it was all about the fun. Dante, how much do you love this park?
1,000,000 times more than you do.
What makes you love it? What do you like best about the park?
That is fun.
What is the most fun part?
That climbing thing over there.
So you've been out there playing on the park. What's your favorite part of the park? Why do you like it so much?
Well, I have to say everything's really fun, but I have to like the rope climb the best.
Why do you like the rope climb the best?
Well, it's just really fun and challenging. You get to have fun when you reach the top, and you get to see everything around the park.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to add about the park?
If any other families just want to get outside and play on the beach or come to a park, I'd say recommending coming here because it's really fun, and I think a lot of kids enjoy it.
Glad that they have a new park over here?
Yes.
When you go to a park, what is the thing you look out for the most? You think, I really want to play on the
Swing.
1, there you go, 3. Excellent. And it's official.
Nice.
Go play. Good job.
What an amazing park it is. Be sure to stop down and enjoy the new playground. Tonight, the school committee meets at 7 o'clock in the town hall hearing room. We'll be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. On tomorrow's show, we will chat with Police Chief Paul McDonald. We'll have our weekly community profile segment, plus we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mantle.